Good evening. Welcome to My Time, Mindfulness and Yoga Time with UC Davis Integrative Medicine. I'm Maureen Craig, and I'm the yoga teacher tonight. So I'm glad that you're joining me. I'm going to push the computer aside and we'll have our practice, and then we can connect at the end of practice. But always feel free at any time to drop a note in the chat, and I will see it after a bit. I bring a chair along just to remind us that we can always use a chair to assist us with balance postures and so on, to help sturdy up our posture in certain poses, and also to help us gain a little bit more mobility as we get up and down from the mat, if that's meaningful to us. So please come to a comfortable seated posture. I've chosen to sit on a block that I have just between my heels. Feel free to do that if you have a block with you, or any other comfortable position for yourself. And I'm just going to share a short poem before we get started. 10,000 flowers in spring, the moon in autumn, a cool breeze in summer, snow in winter. If your mind is not crowded with unnecessary things, this is the best season of your life. If your mind is not crowded by unnecessary things, this is the best season of your life. Let's take a moment to feel our weight of our body landing on the mat, and when you're ready, closing your eyes a bit and just letting your attention come inward. Begin to notice the breath and breathe a little more intentionally slow, and fill all the way up. And exhale slowly all the way out, continuing this slow, continuous breath. Feeling the breath in the body as you fill. A little bit of fullness at the top, and then a slow releasing, a letting go, and letting go in the body as you let go of the breath. Inhale, nice and full. Exhaling slow, releasing all the way out. Receptive on the in-breath. Releasing on the out-breath. Following this pattern for a couple more breaths. Finishing the cycle that you're on and taking one more. And then settling your attention over the heart and returning to the native breath. Just noticing the thoughts that you're having right now, or maybe in the last few moments. Anything that's coming to mind, and trying to be more of an observer of your thoughts. Perhaps the feeling tone that's here as well, the emotions. Again, an observer, not getting wrapped up in them. Some people suggest that meditation is a quieting of the mind, but it's not quite like that. In meditation, we observe the mind, notice the patterns. Not taking anything too seriously, as every thought comes and it goes. Every feeling tone arrives, blows through, and moves on. if any particularly difficult thought or feeling arises, knowing that you can always bring your hand to your heart and bring kindness to this experience. Self-compassion is an important skill. All humans experience difficulty somewhere in the journey, and knowing that we can bring kindness to it is always available to us. Begin with the physical movement of rolling the shoulders forward, up towards the ears and down the back. Find the breath with this. Inhale forward. Exhale down and back. Deepening the breath just a bit. Couple more rolls with the shoulders. And then reaching the hands up to the sky, your arms in a Y, lengthen through the arms. Curl the fingertips just a bit, and we're going to take breath of fire. So nice big breath in. Let it all the way out. Now we'll do breath of fire. Inhale and pulse it out. Inhale big. Exhale, release the hands down and the breath. Feeling the energy in the arms, the tingling, the movement. And then repeating that practice. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale all the way out. Inhale, followed by breath of fire. Pulse it out. Inhale. And release the arms down, releasing the breath. Sensing the experience of the practice in the body. Open the arms into cactus arms, sunshine fingers. Exhale, round the spine and bring the elbows together. Inhale, open. Exhale, together. And again. And increasing your speed to whatever's comfortable for you with the breath now. Couple more. Release the hands back to the thigh and just feel that energy in the body. And now returning to a normal breath, we'll reach our arms out into a T and drop your one hand to the mat as you sweep the other arm over the ear. Feel the ribs expand a bit. Roll your heart up towards the sky, looking up. Exhale, roll the heart down towards the earth. Bring your arm that's up in the sky against the knee, and then take the back arm up, reach it up tall, and then reach out towards me as you fold forward. Long stretch on the back. Inhale. Bring the arms back into a T. Drop the other hand to the mat and sweep the other hand, top hand, over the body. Inhale into the ribs. And exhale. Roll the heart up towards the sky with the breath. Exhale, roll it towards the earth. Bring the hand on the outside of the knee and then lengthen up through your spine, reach up through the back body. Exhale and fold. And inhale, coming back up onto your knees. And we're going to take a pillar posture on our knees. So go ahead and tuck your toes and squeeze the glutes just a little bit so that the front of the hips are beginning to open here. We're going to take a side plank. And in side plank, you may want to have a block under your hand to help you have a little bit of support because our hands or our arms are not quite as long as our legs, so that might help you. So kick your one foot out, squeeze the glute on the kneeling knee, plant the hand, reach the other arm up, and sweep it over, lengthening out through that side body. Big breath into the ribs here, and release. And then sweep it up and we'll come into gate posture. So now lengthen up through that kneeling knee and up through the arm and come on over into gate posture as you reach over nice and long first. And then coming back into pillar posture, and we'll take it on the other side. Press through the heels so you get a nice long leg there and maybe a little stretch on the inner thigh. Reach the arm up and then come over into that side bend. Feel that breath in the ribs. Coming on up into your gate posture, reach up through that kneeling knee, through the side body and the arm and over into gate. And then set your block aside and we'll come on to our hands and knees for a little core strengthening and cat-cow. So plant your hands underneath the shoulder points and knees underneath the hips and just undulate the spine just a little bit in cat-cow, including the neck, being gentle with the neck. And you explore your spine, how it works for you, using the breath. Marjariasana is our angry cat where the spine rolls up, arches up. Inhale, Bidhilasana. Back and forth. You might pause to push the ribs out to one side or the other. And when you're ready, coming into your table. Fill up the back body just a bit and really feel the sturdiness from the crown through the tailbone, and push your right heel back out behind you as an extension of the spine. The left thumb forward and up. Inhale, lift just a bit. Exhale, sweep off center. Keep steady in the balance of the table. Inhale long. Exhale away. Inhale long. Exhale off center. Inhale long. Exhale, bring the hand down and the ball of the foot down to the mat. And then press the heel back to get a calf stretch. Our legs need a good stretch because oftentimes through the day we're sitting a lot of the time. Switching sides now. Push your left heel out. Right thumb to the sky. Take your gaze just a bit off the edge of the mat. Feel the length in the spine, reaching right through those limbs. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sweep off center. Inhale long, keep the back steady. Exhale away. Inhale long. Exhale away. Inhale back. Bring the hand down, the ball of the foot down. Get that nice stretch in the back of that leg. We enjoy stretching. It's a good preparation yoga for a good rest. Okay, so push your hips back towards your heels. Crawl the fingertips forward in a child's pose. Plant the hands and squeeze the glutes as you reach the hips forward. Lengthen through the heart, through the crown in a modified up dog. Exhale, push the hips back. Inhale, tuck the toes and float into a plank if that's available to you. Push your tailbone up. You might be soft in the knees, Or you might be able to straighten your knees at this point. Let the chest come towards the thighs a bit and lengthen out in your down dog. You might pedal the back of the heels, whatever's comfortable for you. Sway the hips a little bit side to side, finding your breath. In the next inhale, looking between the thumbs and walking your feet forward or your hands back. Come into your forward fold. Inhale for a half lift, lengthen out through the crown. Exhale and fold. Inhale, sweep the arms behind you as you rise, tall mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. And release. And we're in a standing posture. Let's take a little balance here at the beginning of our practice once we're up on our feet. So we'll practice a little bit with balance, and I'm going to just mention that so much of our balance is related to our vision, but we're going to challenge ourselves a little bit. So choose a spot that you're going to keep your eye on for a moment, and then bring all your weight to one leg and just lift the other foot a bit. And then as you're watching that spot, bring your mental attention to the bottom of the foot and the experience of rising up out of that foot. And see if you can bring your hands out just a little bit to the side to help your balance. And then closing the eyes slowly, whatever is available to you, and breathing. Always breathing when you challenge yourself helps us stay calm and focused. More challenging when we close the eyes. And releasing. Now we'll come onto the other side. So bringing all the weight to that other foot. Bring your attention into the foot. Hold your focus or drishti point. Float the one foot. Let the arms come out for additional balance. Keep the hips level. The muscles engaged, a certain lifting from the foot all the way up through the crown. And then slowly lower your gaze, taking the vision out and bringing your attention to the felt sense of balance in the body. And doing whatever is right for you. This may not be the level of balance that you're working with today. So listen to your own experience. Honor that. Couple breaths here. And releasing. I find that closing my eyes part quite challenging, so take a little empty coat sleeves, sweeping the arms side to side. All right, now come to the top of your mat and we'll take a little different balance posture. In this one here, finding your mountain, bring all the weight to your left foot and raise the right knee. Press the foot out in front of you. Hold that focus point and then sweep the foot back in airplane. Arms back with it. And then flex the foot, reach the arms forward for warrior 3. Breathing for 2. 1. And release back to mountain. We'll take it on the other side. Find the weight in the heels. Hold a focus point. Raise the left knee up. Reach the foot out in front of you. Exhale, sweep it back into airplane. Flex the foot. Reach the arms forward if you'd like in cactus or straight forward to warrior 3 in back body engaged. Breathing. 2. 1. And release. Okay, that's enough balance. Let's get into our flow. Finding your mountain posture. Just take a moment to feel the heels land on the mat. Push away a little bit and just check in with your second toe lining up with the long edge of the mat. Stacking the joints a bit and finding that ujjayi breath. Sound of the ocean. Couple deep breaths to settle the attention and the nervous system. Inhale, sweep the arms tall. Exhale, windmill them open as the heart turns to the right. Inhale, tall. Keep the hips facing forward. Exhale, windmill to the left. Inhale. Exhale, windmill to the right. Inhale, left. Inhale, right. Inhale, left. Inhale. Exhale, plunge the hands right through the center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step back on the right, bring the right knee to the mat, untuck the toes, sweep the arms up in that modified warrior one. Arms are out in a little bit of a Y. Bring the hips forward towards the heel, opening the psoas on the right. And a little breath here. Really draw the navel in and up. Now bring the hands to the knee, tuck the back toes, and then draw the hips back. And as you do, you might plant your hands on the mat, draw the toes back to lengthen out the forward leg, and get a little soul stretch as your hips land towards the heel on the back leg. Breathing there. Walk the hands forward, frame the foot, and step back for your plank. Rock for a breath in your plank. Taking a flow, the knees down, chest and chin. Inhale, roll the heart up for cobra. Feel the back body engaging. Exhale, soften, tuck the toes, push to down dog. Inhale your right foot up, bend the knee and flex the ankle, stack the hips like in a fire hydrant pose. Bring the right knee behind the right wrist for a pigeon. And I like to use a block under my hand. Take that shin and bring it as far forward as you can so that it's a bit parallel with the front edge of the mat. Keep the ankle on the right flexed. Lift the heart and breathe. Two or three breaths here. The stretch is in the outer right hip. And sometimes I find it useful to tuck the back toes, kind of intensify that stretch just a bit, lifting the knee. The knee should always remain comfortable. The stretch, again, is in the outer right hip. When you're ready, lift the right knee, heel toe over the foot into the lunge position. Tuck your back toes, and on the exhale, step to forward fold. Inhale, lift to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms back. Squeeze the glutes, lift the heart. Exhale, release. We'll take those moves on the other side. Bringing yourself into your mountain posture. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, twist off to the left. Inhale. Exhale, right. Inhale up. Windmill to the left. Inhale up. Windmill right. Inhale. And left. Inhale. And right. Inhale. Bring the hands together and plunge down the center. Forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Feel the shoulder blades coming down the back. Pausing here for a moment as you imagine your inner thighs spinning to the back wall, tailbone sticking back. Big breath in here. Exhale, scoop the navel in. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Plant the hands and step the left foot back, bringing the knee down towards the mat. And then raise the arms up, coming into that modified warrior one as your hips sink towards that forward heel. Your arms might be out in a bit of a Y as the heart is lifting. Exhale and bring the hands to the knee. Tuck the back toes. We're going to draw the hips back. Bring that right hip way back, so much so that the toes start to come back and you lengthen out the back of the calf on that right foot. On the left, you're getting the soul stretch. Breathing with that. Walk the hands forward to frame the foot. And then lift the right foot back to meet the left, coming to your plank. Rock in your plank, and then take your flow or go directly to down dog, whatever is right for you. We all meet in down dog. Inhale the left foot up, bend the knee, stack the hips, and flex the ankle. Coming into your fire hydrant pose. Bring the left knee forward for our pigeon on this side. You'll likely notice that one hip is a little different than the other. See which one has more availability for this external rotation. Breathing with the stretch. Surfing the stretch, always backing away from pain. Staying with your attention in the stretch. One more breath here. Maybe one more breath. And then lifting that left knee up, heel toe that left foot into the lunge position. Tuck the back toes, step to forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift, lengthen out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms back. Rise to tall mountain, squeeze the glutes, lift the heart. Exhale, hands to heart, and release. Very good. So that was the Sun's Salutation C, or Sari Namaskara C. So we'll move on now to a B series. Coming back to the top of your mat, and again, I encourage you to use blocks or the chair or any other sturdy device. Make sure your chair doesn't have wheels under it for helping you getting up and down from the postures and helping you practice. All right, feeling the weight in the heels, stacking the joints and finding the breath. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, fold and reach the arms behind you as you sit a little bit back. Let the chest come towards the thighs, and then sweep the arms forward and up. Lift through the heart, lift the gaze. Then bring your attention to your heels. Weight is in the heels. Press the heels away from each other. Feel the legs lighting up a bit. And breathing here for 3, 2, Utkatasana, chair pose, difficult pose. One more breath. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Feel the crown reach forwards and the shoulder blades down. Exhale, fold and step back for your plank. Float a moment in your plank, and then taking your flow, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, high to low push-up. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale and lift the left foot nice and high. Exhale, bring it forward between the hands. Drop the back heel so you have a warrior 2 footing. So the back toes are at about 3 o'clock and it's one lane of traffic, and then windmill up, coming to your warrior two posture. So take a moment to feel the energy between the feet, pressing away from each other. Let the hips sink a bit, whatever is comfortable for you. You may end up bringing the foot a little bit further back. Arms parallel to the earth. Let the shoulders drift away from the ears. Float the left palm up and come to your peaceful warrior, reaching back. Maybe feeling the ribs opening a bit on the left. Bring that left elbow to the knee. Keep that knee over the ankle. And then roll the heart open and reach out for your extended side angle. Feel the breath in the low belly. The pelvic floor. Use the exhales to engage. And then drop that arm over the ear. Bring the top arm back. Plant the hand on the sacrum and roll that shoulder open as you look up towards the sky. Check your balance, making sure you feel comfortable about moving your vision. And now we'll straighten through that front knee and we're going to come into Sky Warrior. So lifting the front toes so you land on the heel, and then arch the top arm back as the back arm reaches for the earth behind you. Breathing for 3, 2, 1. Windmill the arms back to the mat and step the left foot back to meet the right. Taking or skipping your flow. We all meet in down dog. And now we'll take it on the other side. Inhale the right foot up. Exhale, bring it forward between the hands. Drop the back foot, sweeping up to warrior two on this side. Once you're up in your posture, if you feel like your feet need to be a little bit further apart or closer together, whatever feels right to you, just sense that tension between the 2 feet in the body to help engage both legs and keep that right knee in line with that second toe. Breathing in your warrior two, letting the shoulders be nicely away from the ears. Float the right palm up and come to your peaceful warrior. Breathing for 3, 2, and bringing the right elbow to the right knee. Float the left hand up for your extended side angle, heart to the side. And then slowly let the arm come up over the ear, feeling that spear-like energy going from the back heel through the fingertips. Bring the left hand to the sacrum. Roll that shoulder open if that feels comfortable for you. Bringing the gaze up a bit. Now begin to straighten that front leg, drawing that right hip back. Lift the toes, put the weight in the heel. Sky Warrior. Arch the top arm up and over for 3 breaths. Engage the pelvic floor. 2 more. Last one. Windmill the hands back to the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left, taking a flow, or just going directly to down dog. And once you're in down dog, 3 to 5 breaths, feel free to haw them out towards the mat. A little bit more releasing energy in down dog. A bit of a recovery posture. With your next breath, looking between the thumbs, and on the exhale, hopping or stepping to forward fold. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, fold. Soften the hips down, reach the arms behind you, and sweep into your chair, Utkatasana. Breathing for 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands to the heart and push it up, splash it out, and release. Checking in with your body, just kind of seeing how the practice is flowing for you. Please always honor your own yogi inside of you that knows what feels good and what doesn't. That feedback is critical to helping us have a good practice. Finding your way back to the top of the mat, we'll take this flow again, but with a few additions. Finding your mountain. Settling in the heels. Lift and spread the toes. Deepen the breath, breathing through the nose, using that narrowing of the throat for the Ujjayi breath. The sound of the ocean. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold. Reach the arms behind you, lowering the hips a bit. Inhale, sweep into your chair, 3 breaths. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold and step back to plank. Taking or skipping your flow here. We'll all meet in down dog. Inhale, sweep the left foot up. Exhale, bring it forward. Coming into your warrior 2. Feel the energy soften through the body as you hold. Rotate the palm up, peaceful warrior. Bring the left elbow to the left knee. Reach the hand to the sky. Over the ear. Hand to the sacrum. Roll the shoulder open, extended side angle. Begin to straighten the front leg and take that sky warrior. Toes lifted, arch over. Windmill your hands down to the mat, but this time bring your hands to the long edge of the mat as you walk to the right. Bring the left toes also to face the long edge of the mat, and then heel toe the feet apart for a full straddle. Let yourself enjoy the inversion just a bit with your hands planted on the mat or a block to support you, and nod the head yes, and side to side as you lengthen and release the neck. And then walk the hands forward as the tailbone leans back. Keep a little micro bend in the knees so they're comfortable. Crawl the fingertips forward, but the tailbone reaches behind you. For me, there's a bit of an inner thigh stretch. But listen to your body. What are you experiencing? Bring the hands back underneath the gaze and then turn towards the back of your mat. As you walk your hands to the back of your mat, coming into a runner's lunge, plant the left hand down, and turn into your dragonfly twist. The right hand reaches for the sky. The left knee is lifted. Bring the right hand down. Step the left foot to meet your right, coming at the back of your mat now. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Soften the hips, reach the hands behind you. Sweep into your chair, holding for 2 breaths. And push it up and release. And we'll pause here just for a moment, and then we'll work ourselves back to the front of the mat. Recenter your feet so you've got a good mountain posture, feet parallel with the long edge of the mat. Find the joint stacking. Find the breath. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, fold, softening in the hips, arms reach back, and then lift into your chair. Couple breaths here. Push the heels away from each other. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step back for a plank. Nice breath here. And flow or come directly into down dog. Inhale the right foot up and sweep it forward between the hands. Coming into your warrior 2 on this side. Float the arms parallel to the earth and breathing, feeling the pelvic floor engage with the exhale. Let that whole body, the whole balloon of the body, the torso, be involved in that breath. Filling and contracting. Rotate the front palm up and come to your peaceful warrior. Right elbow to the knee. Reach the left arm up. Over the ear. Bring the left hand to the sacrum and roll that shoulder back and open. Gaze may raise to the sky. Slowly straighten that forward leg, drawing that right hip back. Land in the heel as you lift the toes. Sky warrior. Bring the foot back down and windmill the hands down to the mat. Walk the hands to the long edge of the mat as your toes turn towards the long edge of the mat. Let the heels come out just a little wider than the toes. And this time, as the hands are under the gaze, little micro bend in the knees to keep them comfortable. Walk the hands through the legs. The elbows be bent a bit. Releasing the neck. Breathing. Bring the hands back underneath the gaze and walk the hands back to the front of the mat. 2 lanes of traffic, runner's lunge. Plant your right hand down. Lift the left hand to the sky. Dragonfly twist. Breathing. Bring the left hand down and let the left foot step back for our final flow. Taking knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Taking 3 to 5 breaths here. Inhale, looking between the thumbs, and on the exhale, hopping or stepping forward, forward fold. Inhale, a half lift. Exhale, fold, soften the knees, reach the arms behind you. Inhale, sweep into Utkatasana, chair posture. Breathing. Bring the hands to the heart, lower the hips. Exhale and splash out of the water. Release. Beautiful. Come on down to the mat and we'll take a little bit of core strengthening. And one thing you might think about with core work is your core values. This is a way to kind of bring your attention to that when you're doing your core practice. Let's start with our left knee at the sky, the heel down on the mat. And we'll extend our right foot out at 45 and then reach the left hand overhead. And then on the exhale, bring your left elbow towards your right knee. Inhale, back open. Exhale together. Lift the heart. Inhale, open. Exhale, draw them together. Engage the core. What are your core values? Exhale. Honoring truth. Exhale. Appreciating wisdom with age. Inhale, open. Exhale together. Truth and beauty. Exhale. One more, reach it out. Exhale. And now bring the hands behind the nape of the neck for some support to the neck and put the shin in tabletop. And then lift the heart as you come with that left elbow towards the right knee, but keep the right knee over the hip. Inhale back. Exhale, crunch. Inhale back. Exhale, feel that little twist. Inhale and crunch it up. Couple more here. One more. And release, bringing that right foot to the mat. And we'll extend the left foot now to 45 and the right hand out behind you. Exhale, draw the elbow and knee towards each other. Inhale, open. And bring it together nice and slow. And again. Let's do 3 more. Use the breath to really strengthen this work. One more. Bring the shin into tabletops as you cage the ears or get some support for the neck. Exhale, lift the heart towards that knee. Crunch it up and twist just a little bit to the left. Couple more. One more. And release. Bringing yourself back down on the mat. Roll the shoulder blades under just a bit. Let the heels be right behind the glutes. And we'll press into the heels and just start to squeeze the glutes and lift through the front of the hips, coming to our bridge. And your fingertips may brush the back of your heels. Squeeze the glutes. Feel a little pressure in the shoulders versus the heels. Arms are soft alongside the body. Lift the chin a little bit to keep the neck comfortable. And then engage the pelvic floor with the exhale. One more breath. And And then draw the tailbone towards the heels as you let the spine come down vertebrae by vertebrae. Slide the thumbs underneath the tip of the sacrum and just bring your shins into tabletop and then raise the heels towards the sky. Let the heels come down about a third of the way. Take a breath. Another third of the way and a breath. Squeeze the glutes. Keep the low back tight to the earth. Lower the heels to what degree is comfortable for you and take one more breath. Zip them up to the top. A breath. A third. One more third and a breath. Option for the bottom, squeeze the glutes, keep the spine low. Zip it up. One more time through, 1/3, 1/3. At the bottom. Bring the knees in towards the chest and bring your hands around the knees and rock the back left and right. Let the knees fall apart a bit, releasing any tension that might be there. Let the hands come down to the shins, catching yourself as you rock left and right with the elbow. Let the left leg go long and take the right knee across the body and out in a spinal twist. Take your right arm out to the right with the gaze. Take a breath in. See if you can let that hand and shoulder come down. If they don't quite reach, bend the elbow and bring the hand to the ribs, letting the elbow rest on the earth. A letting go breath here. Use the left hand on the inside of the right knee to bring yourself back through center. Let the right leg go long as the left knee comes into the right hand. Draw it across for that spinal twist, extending that left foot out in front of you with the left hand behind you with the gaze. Option to bend the left elbow, rest the hand on the ribs. Big inhale, a long exhale. Slide the hand underneath the knee, gently bringing yourself back to center and taking any posture that your body is calling for. And then unwind onto your mat in our final resting posture, Shavasana. This is most likely the most important posture that we practice. This ability to let go. Something you can reference sometimes when you're trying to drift back to sleep. So let the body become a bit heavy. Notice the earth beneath you. The largeness of the earth and the tininess of you. The earth is supporting you and gravity holding you tight to the earth. Can you let go a little bit more? Let your legs be heavy or they rest on the earth through the heels, the hips. And take a nice breath in. And on the exhale, just melt a little bit. From the shoulders, through the elbows, through the wrists and the fingers. One more of those fuller breaths. Bring it in and release. Letting the shoulders drift away from the ears. Letting the body take up all the space it needs. And the head resting on the earth, the brow soft, and the eyes soft. The jaw unhinged, the tongue thick, softening into the throat. And bringing the attention over the heart and the breath over the heart. If the mind is not crowded by unnecessary things, this is the best season of your life. Being with this moment of your life. Welcoming it just as it is. Breath by breath. Moment by moment. Beginning to find a little movement in the body or enjoying stillness for a moment or more. Deepening your breath. Perhaps bringing your hands onto your heart. Drawing your knees in towards your chest and comforting the low back if that feels good to you. Taking a moment for gratitude for taking the time for practice to care for yourself. Self-care is so important to helping us live well for ourselves and for our friends and family. Taking care of the vessel that you live in. When you're ready, finding your way into a seated posture to close our practice together. Bringing your hands to heart center. And the light and life in me sees and honors the light and life in each of you. May you know peace. Om Shanti. Namaste. Thank you, friends, for joining me this evening. It's lovely to practice together. I hope you have a beautiful week.